wake up and realize
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to another episode of Open Doors. I'm your host, Chris Harris. I want to thank you for taking the time to come and watch this episode and connect with Open Doors. We're going to have an awesome time today. We're going to have fun. But the first thing I want you to do, if you haven't done so already, is subscribe to this podcast. So you know how it go when, the weeks go and you're so busy, you may forget, oh, there's another episode dropping for Open Doors. I don't want to miss it. Well, if you subscribe, you won't miss it because it'll come right to you. Subscribe. Also connect with me. I'm on Instagram. Search Chris Harris so me and you can be connected. I want also to acknowledge the Dream Team, who I call the Dream Team. My production team, Blessed Productions, Alfred, also Eyes Have Not Seen Production, Maryland. They keep me on my toes. They are the driving force behind this podcast to make sure this podcast is successful. Let's get into it today. We're going to have fun today. As you all may know, there was this TikTok video that went viral, right? There was this lady who had went out on the first date, and the gentleman had picked her up on the first date, and they just happened to go to the Cheesecake Factory. And she didn't want to go. And this video went viral. And out of that video came this list. 28 places that a man should not take a woman on the first date. And I saw this list, right? And I began to say, well, let's look into it because every man that I know, every man is not married. There are a lot of you dating. And these are questions that come up. These are things that you want to know. What is an acceptable place to take a woman on the first date? But the first thing I want us to do, I want us to look at the video. I want us to get some context first. So we want to play the video that went viral, and then we're going to come back and talk about this list. Let's play the video.
When you take out a beautiful woman and you're courting her, because I get courted. So you're courting her, right? You're supposed to take care of her. You're supposed to cover her. You're supposed to protect her, cherish her, treat her well, right?
Yeah.
That's what you're supposed to do.
I agree. I went into this date as I expect, with the expectations for myself to keep you safe, to respect you, to pay for your food, of course, pick you up, of course, and just treat you like a gentleman, which I believe I have done.
I mean, you've been pretty nice, but Cheesecake Factory.
I, on the other hand, have certain expectations for a girl I go out with on the first date. I expect her to be respectful too. I expect her to be cooperative, and at least
what did I do that wasn't cooperative?
Well, I mean, even when we were walking to the car, you wouldn't put your hand around my arm or anything like that, or hold my hand or anything like that.
I mean, it's too early for that.
Okay.
I don't know you.
I can respect that. Okay. When I got to your apartment to pick you up, you didn't want to invite me in. I can respect that too. We're not
I don't
we're not
know
there
yet.
Okay.
I don't know yet.
And then, but
I feel like I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do as a woman.
But
I got myself all made
up.
up.
There's nothing wrong with the Cheesecake Factory, right?
Yes, there's a lot wrong with the Cheesecake Factory.
Okay, well look at my plan where we were gonna go originally.
See, now that's where we should have went. All right there. Call him.
No.
What do you mean no?
See, I specifically told you both yesterday and this morning that I'd come to pick you up at 4 p.m. Right? And I got to your place at 4 p.m. You didn't even come downstairs for another hour, and so I was waiting downstairs for an hour. right?
But I wasn't expecting for work to take me so long. I got home a little late. And like I said, I don't know you well enough to invite you up into my apartment.
And
that is not possible.
And that's why I'm thinking, okay, if we're not there in the relationship to, meet at your apartment, then maybe we're not ready in a relationship for such a nice fancy restaurant as Aria, especially if I'm paying for the whole thing, which I'm still willing to do. I would have been, but if we're late, I told you twice.
It wasn't that late.
We literally left your place at the time the reservation was supposed to be. And I specifically said 4 because maybe we could get there early and even have some time to get to know each other on the way there and while we're in the parking lot. Waiting for a reservation.
We can still get to know each other. Isn't there another restaurant you can call that, the equivalent to that? I literally you don't understand. Look at me. I cannot go in the Cheesecake Factory.
There's nothing wrong with
I will die.
So you saw the video. And as I was saying, the video of this woman, she was going on a first date. She was going on a first date with this man. And the man took her out to eat. He took her out to the Cheesecake Factory. And the lady was having a fit. The lady was having a fit. She didn't want to go to the Cheesecake Factory. She said, "How dare you take me to a chain restaurant?" And it became a big thing. And out of that, it kind of took on a life of its own. Out of that came this list, 28 places that you should never take a woman on the first date. But we have to ask ourselves, what are acceptable places that we can take a woman on the first date? Men, what do you think about the list? And you, what is your opinion? What is your take on places that a man can take a woman on a first date? And let me pause for a second and let me just give this disclaimer. As much as we talk about topics that men want to talk about or topics that concern men, this is not a podcast for men. Women, you should know this as well, because these are things that men think about. These are things that men talk about. So it's advantageous for you to know. If you want to know the thoughts of a man, the mind of a man, which I think you will want to know, it's good that you check out this podcast as well. So as much as we're talking about topics for men, it's not a podcast for men. Women, come on in, share your 2 cents, because you're going to do it anyway. You're going to share your thoughts anyway. So come on in, share your 2 cents. But let's have a good time. This list came 28 places that you should not take a woman on the first date. Fellas, what do you think about that list? Let me get my 2 cents. In. The first thing we need to do is take that number 1 off the list. The number 1 place on that list, and I felt insulted, I felt attacked, was the Cheesecake Factory. Who don't like the Cheesecake Factory? The Cheesecake Factory is for everybody. The menu has everything that you could want on there. You want seafood? You want chicken? What you want? Anything that you want is on it. The prices are not cheap. Even when you go into the Cheesecake Factory, they have the lights dim. It's romantic. And you can get anything you want. And then for dessert, you get cheesecake. That's a win-win. So you need to take the Cheesecake Factory off that list. Recently I was traveling to Seattle for work. And I was by myself and I ate dinner at the Cheesecake Factory. And when I went in there, I saw a lot of couples in there. So somebody lying. A lot of you do like the Cheesecake Factory. Another place on that list, Applebee's and Chili's. What's wrong with Applebee's and Chili's? Because when I go there, I see a lot of couples. I see a lot of couples at Applebee's. I see a lot of couples at Chili's. So I said, somebody lying. So take the Cheesecake Factory off that list. And I think Applebee's and Chili's is cool. Now let me stop for a second. Because let's talk about dating, right? Dating, the word dating, when you're dating someone, the word dating is derived from the word data. Data meaning information, meaning intel. So when you're dating someone, you're trying to get information, you're trying to get intel. You're trying to find out if this person that I'm going out with dating, if I'm compatible with this person. If it's worth my time, if it's worth my time getting to know this person, that's what you're doing as you go out on a date. So, of course, when you look at that list now, you have to say, what places can we go where I can get the intel, where I can get the information to find out if me and this person is compatible. So I can understand like some places, like I laugh when it said to my house. Now, sisters, if he's trying to take you on a first date to his house, you know what's up. You know what's up. Run, run, run. Yeah, run, run. You know what's up. We all adults here. We know we you were born at night, not last night. So if he's trying to take you there, you know. Also, if he's trying to take you to Chipotle or a fast food restaurant, you know, come on. He don't really care. He don't really care. He just trying to put something in your stomach, give you something to eat, and then send you on your way. So you ain't got to waste your time. You know, I laugh when it's another one was church. I laugh. I said, if that brother taking you to church, he ain't playing no games. He wants you to take you to church to see if you a devil. He wants to see if that demon will manifest when you get into church so he can run. There was another place on there. It was saying somewhere far. Now, ladies, if he's taking you somewhere far, no. He might be a serial killer. Don't let him take you nowhere far. And here's something free for you. I was thinking about this. If you're going out with someone on a first date, don't have him pick you up at your house. It's a first date. You don't know him. You don't know him at all. Don't have him pick you up at your house because he may be crazy. He may be crazy. So have him pick him up somewhere, meet him at the place, or have him pick him somewhere where he don't know where you live. And then I was thinking, don't have him pick him up at your friend's house, because if he is crazy, then he'll be coming to your friend's house. Your friend will be like, girl, this crazy man out here looking for you again. So don't have him come to your friend's house either. Somewhere neutral, or just meet him at the place, because he might be crazy. He might be crazy. No family gathering. Nah, family. I don't even know if I like you. I don't even know if I like you. You don't know if you like me. Why would I bring you to a family gathering? I always get amazed when people bring the first date to the family gathering. I think some people just want to, they feel like they validated. They feel like they validated by bringing a first date. The next time you see them at another family function, that person ain't even with them anymore. So why did you bring them there in the first place? A first date? No. But I think places like bowling is a good place that you can go there, because between you bowling and I'm bowling, I'm getting intel. I'm finding out about you, So that's a good place. Now, the movies, I don't think that's a good place. Now, if you couple that, now you can combine that with, let's say, okay, we go to the movies and then we go to the Cheesecake Factory. We go to the movies and then we go to Chili's, because the movies, you can't really get to know anyone in the movies. The nightclub, don't take a first date to the nightclub. Nah. For one thing, you taking your date in a place of vultures, because most of the people there are looking for someone. So why would you take the date that you have into a room of vultures? Plus the music is so loud, you're not going to get to know anybody there. Nah. But there are certain places on that list. Bowling is a good place. And also, let me say this. It depends on the woman. Because every woman is not the same. Just like every man is not the same. Some things that you value, another woman may not value, or some things that you don't value, or some things that this is your preference that may not be her value or her preference. Some women are okay with going to the Cheesecake Factory. They had on that list Starbucks. Some women are cool with that. Okay, let's go to Starbucks. Maybe we can go to do miniature golf. Miniature golf is another place that you can do miniature golf. Let's go to Top Golf. Let's go, the driving range, the golf range, and then we can go get some coffee. We can go out for dinner. These are different things. You can combine those things together on the first date, because the main thing you're trying to do is you're trying to get intel. They had on there the gym. Don't take Don't go on a first date to the gym. How are you going to get to know someone at the gym? I can see you on the treadmill. Yeah. So what's your name? Oh yeah. Where you from? Oh yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Oh, what you like to do? Yeah. Don't go to the gym. Don't go to the gym. No, that's the place that you wouldn't go. That's a no. But any place that you can get intel, any place that you can get information from, back to that video, the lady, she didn't like the Cheesecake Factory. I like the Cheesecake Factory. And I know most of you like the Cheesecake Factory. Now, her preference, she wanted to go to some place like Ruth Chris, I believe. Some place where it's $150, $200 a plate. Chicago, we used to have the Signature Room. It just closed. She wanted to go to the 95th floor and the Signature Room. Now, this is my opinion. This is my opinion. On the first date, I'm not taking you to Ruth Chris. I'm not taking you to the Signature Room. I don't even know if I like you like that. $150, $200 a plate. That's just my opinion. This is my opinion. Don't get mad. Don't shoot me now. This is my opinion. I don't even know if I like you like that. Why would I make an investment like that? But the Cheesecake Factory, Applebee's, we can go. We can go bowling. We can go out to eat. We can go, miniature golfing. We can do these things because the main objective, I said, is to get intel. We're finding out about each other to see if this can work. But back to what I was saying earlier is that it depends on preference, though, because every woman is not the same. Some women are okay with going to Buffalo Wild Wings. That was on the list as well because they like the atmosphere there. Hey, I like that atmosphere. It's easy. We can hang out. We can, eat some wings. We can watch sports. We can have a good time. Some women are okay with that. Some women don't mind going to, bowling and go to Harold's and get a 2-piece, some mild sauce because they cool with that. They easy going. That's okay with them. They say that Russell Wilson, who is the quarterback for the Denver Broncos, he took his wife to the Waffle House, and it became a big thing because she was so excited to go to the Waffle House. But the Waffle House to her probably was sentimental. It probably was a place that maybe she went as a kid and it brought back memories of her childhood, so she valued that. So that's why I was saying that every woman is different. There are certain things that they value. They have certain preferences. So every woman is not the same. So for men, you got to find out what her preference is and what she likes to do and what her values are and see if you can connect with that. You can connect with that and that works with you. So I know a lot of women who go to the Cheesecake. Like I said, I saw a lot of men there in Seattle. I saw a lot of them when I go to Applebee's and Chili's. So like I said, somebody lying. But I know a lot of ladies who like that because you got everything at the Cheesecake Factory. Take that off the list. Take that off the list. But fellas, what do you think about that list? What do you think about it? What's your opinion on that list? And I'm asking the question because, like I said, not everybody is married. You're dating. You're trying to find that special person. You're going out on first dates. So what do you think is an acceptable place to take a lady on a first date? Talk to me. And ladies, like I said, you're going to get your 2 cents in as well. I know you already. You're going to get I ain't got to say get your 2 cents in because I know you're going to do it anyway. So ladies, what do you think about the list as well? Because I'm sure you got your own opinion about the list. And what do you think is a good place for a man or fella to take you on a first date? Drop those in the comments section. Talk to me. Share this because this is interesting. These are things that a lot of people go through. Where can we go on the first date? What's acceptable? What's acceptable? What's acceptable? I know McDonald's is not acceptable. I know Burger King is not acceptable. Wendy's is not acceptable. Chipotle is not acceptable. Wingstop is not acceptable. But what is his house? Netflix and chill is not acceptable. Ladies, if he talking about Netflix and chill, you know what he thinks about you. And don't you go nowhere far. Don't you go nowhere far. Like I said, don't you go nowhere far because you don't know that man. And don't let him pick about your house. He's like a cat. You feed him, he keep coming back. You show him where you live, he might keep coming back. You never know. It's your first date. You don't know. You be safe. Be safe. Be safe. This is interesting. This is interesting. What do you think? Let me know. This is all I have for you today. I'm Chris Harris, Open Door Podcast. Remember, subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Remember to share this episode. And let's talk about this. Let's keep going. Let's talk about this. I hope you had a great time. I see you on the next episode. Thank you. God bless you.
Don't ever take nothing for granted, man. Hey, you gotta wake up and realize that.